What's up, people? Welcome back to Football Insights, where we talk about football related issues. So make sure you follow us on IG football_insights. On Twitter, it is Footy Insights. On TikTok, Footy Insights. Make sure you go follow us. Link in the description. I'll put all the link in the description. Then you go and follow us. And as usual, this is your transfer rundown video. The transfer window is still on. People are doing deals left, right, center. So in this particular video, we are going to talk about Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Manchester United, and a little bit about Chelsea because players are moving out from Chelsea. And then we'll be talking about a whole lot, Juventus as well. So let's quickly check out what is some of the deals that have been completed so far on the transfer market. That is on Wednesday night. So Madison has completed a move from Leicester City to Tottenham Hotspurs, and then Madison is a key player at Leicester City. Leicester City went to relegation, and then Tottenham took the advantage, and then tried and lured Madison to come and play for them. So Madison is now a Tottenham player. He has been unveiled as a Tottenham player. And then this is a tweet coming from Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio, take over. Tottenham are now closing in on James Madison deal. Here we go soon. Verbal agreement in place on 40 million fee. Final details on add-ons and payment structure. Then signed. Then a levy on it. Personal terms are 100% agreed. So Madison, he was unveiled, or he has been unveiled by Tottenham on Wednesday night. I think Wednesday around 5 p.m. Tottenham was able to confirm Madison as their player for the next season. So Madison to Tottenham is here we go. Madison will be a Tottenham player for next season. A brilliant signing from Tottenham. Harry Kane needs a backup, a support. We don't know yet whether Harry Kane is going to stay at Tottenham or he is going to leave Tottenham. But he has a contract, so we will still classify him as one of the players for Tottenham. So since we are talking about Tottenham, let's talk about Harry Kane and then Bayern Munich. The Harry Kane Bayern Munich legs. Because I feel if Harry Kane will move from England, it is definitely going to be Bayern Munich. That is how I see it. Harry Kane moving from Tottenham, definitely he's going to move to Bayern Munich. And then Bayern Munich has, done something, it is worth it, but Harry Kane is worth more than what Bayern Munich are offering right now. David Ornstein's takeover. Exclusive. Bayern Munich have today submitted an official proposal to sign Harry Kane from Tottenham Hotspurs. Bayern Munich written offer to Tottenham Hotspurs for 29-year-old striker worth 70 million plus add-ons. English captain has 1 year left on existing Tottenham contract. And then this came from David Ornstein's via the Athletic. And then the bid is 70 million plus add-ons. We don't know the add-ons yet, the amount of the add-ons yet, but the actual fee or the quoted fee here is 70 million. And then this also came from Christian Falk, CFC Bayern. Confirmed, Tottenham have rejected Bayern Munich first offer of 70 million for Harry Kane. Our information, Tottenham want 100 million euros for the striker. This also came from Christian Falk on CFC Bayern. Christian Falk, he's also a Bild sport journalist, very credible. So when it's a news about Bayern Munich, you fall on Christian Falk. Christian Falk continues by saying Bayern and Harry Kane have reached an agreement in principle on a transfer for this summer. The family of Harry Kane, father and brother, conducted the negotiation. The prerequisite for the transfer is now an agreement with Tottenham. Of course, it is going to be a prerequisite because currently there is only 1 year left on Harry Kane's contract at Tottenham. But Tottenham is not going to leave Harry Kane just like that. for 70 million plus add-ons. Definitely it is going to be 100 million plus because Declan Rice and other players are going for 100 million. How much more Harry Kane, the English captain, a 29-year-old? I was having an argument with one of my Bayern Munich fan. I always call him Barcelona fan, but he is saying he's a Bayern Munich fan. Valencia, shout out to you, So Valencia was like, he's a Bayern Munich fan, and he was like, Harry Kane is old, he's not worth 100 million and all. Harry Kane is just 29 years, bro. Harry Kane has about 4 years ahead of him, or let's say 5 years ahead of him, because Hurricane is built in such a way that he doesn't get injured frequently, and then his football is not one of the most speed game football, or he doesn't use speed. He uses his brain, he uses his mind, and then Hurricane doesn't stretch so much. So Hurricane has about 4 to 5 years in front of him. So if you are buying Hurricane for, and best believe when it comes to the Bundesliga, he's going to kill it. And that one, you and I know that when Hurricane moved from England, even though England he is scoring 30 goals, so when he moved from England to the German league, he is going to kill it at Germany. So Hurricane for 100, I think Hurricane must go for around 120 to 130 million euros. But me knowing Bayern Munich as one of the most stingiest club in European football, I know Bayern Munich are not going to pay 130 million euros. PSG will do that. Real Madrid will do that. But Bayern Munich is not going to pay 130 million for Hurricane. So 100 million, I think 100 million might change something. 100 million, it's not just 100 million, but 100 million plus add-ons. Let's say 100 million plus 20 million add-ons might change something in this deal. So that is what we have on Tottenham. Hurricane to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich has tried and tempted Daniel Levy with a 70 million bid, but Tottenham has rejected it. Of course, they were going to reject it. So let's check, or let's see the development that will happen next week, because next week will be crucial, very very crucial for one or two deals for the various clubs. So that is what we have on Tottenham right now. So quickly, let's move to Chelsea. AC Milan has, the Italian teams are buying. Eventually, they are also buying. We know they have a financial crisis right now, but they are trying to, secure one or two deals for themselves. So the Italian teams are also doing well. At least they are doing their best. So um, this is a news about Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He's moving from Chelsea to AC Milan. David Ornstein, let's go. AC Milan have reached an agreement with Chelsea to sign midfielder Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Deal for the England international worth 50 million plus add-ons. So it's a 50 million plus add-ons. Personal term in place. The 27-year-old expected to sign a 4-year contract with AC Milan. So Ruben Loftus-Cheek is now an AC Milan player. As I'm speaking to you right now, he is in Milano right now, trying to complete his medical right now. I am sure on Thursday an announcement will come that um, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has completed, or has signed as one of the players for AC Milan. So AC Milan, after the signing of Sandro Tonelli from AC Milan to Newcastle, there has been a need for Tottenham to sign a replacement for Sandro Tonelli. So Ruben Loftus-Cheek, this Ruben Loftus-Cheek deal was there, but since AC Milan fired Maldini as their sporting director, the deal cooled a little bit. But now the deal has been completed. I feel AC Milan has done a really really good deal, because you getting Ruben Loftus-Cheek for 50 million plus add-ons is a good deal for AC Milan. So AC Milan has also get their boy. They have their new midfielder Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So since we are in Italy, let's move straight to Juventus. Juventus are facing a little bit of crisis right now. They have this ban from UEFA, ban from the Italian Serie A or the Italian FA. So Juventus are facing crisis. Currently they are facing crisis. Currently, UEFA are looking at banning them from playing or participating in the conference league. So Juventus are suffering. But they have been able to secure or they have been able to, tie Adrian Rabiot, one of their best players last season, and then one of their best midfielders last season. They have been able to tie him up to sign a new deal. So this came from Fabrizio. Adrian Rabiot has accepted Juventus' new deal proposal. Confirmed. Here we go. Green light has arrived for after positive contact. Rabiot stays. Sign new deal. Official statement soon or official soon. So Rabiot has signed a new deal with Juventus. Initially, Rabiot is taking 6 million euros a year. And then, since Juventus are facing a crisis, monetary crisis, as Barcelona, but it just is a banter, though. But Juventus are facing monetary issues, So they proposed the same 6 million to Adrian Rabiot to sign a new deal. And then Adrian Rabiot's mother, Veronique, was like, "Nah, bro, we are not doing that." So eventually negotiations have been positive, and then Adrian Rabiot is signing a new deal soon. And then we don't know the actual salary Rabiot will take, but I'm sure it will be much higher than the 6 million he has been taking for the previous years. So we are looking at 7 to 10 million euros a year. So Rabiot is a here we go. He will sign a new deal at Juventus. Quickly, let's move to Dusan Vlahovic. And this also came from Carlo. Carlo, take over. As Vlahovic seems likely to leave, soon to be new Juventus sporting director Giuntoli wants to sign Rasmus Højlund, 20-year-old, to replace the Serbian. So Vlahovic is tipped to leave Juventus because Juventus are facing crisis right now. One of the key players who are tipped leave Juventus is Vlahovic and Federico Chiesa. So Vlahovic and Federico Chiesa are tipped to leave AC Milan this summer. Juventus are looking at generating one or two fans for these players. So Vlahovic and Federico Chiesa are likely to leave Juventus. So since Vlahovic is likely to leave Juventus, Rasmus Højlund, who plays for Atalanta and Norwegian striker, 20-year-old, very powerful striker. He's a very good player, honestly. They call him the new Erling Haaland, so he's a very, very, very good player. Rasmus Højlund. He's tipped to be the replacement for the Serbian Dusan Vlahovic. So Juventus are working, even though they are having financial crisis, but they are still working. And then Juventus have also completed a deal for Timothy Weah. So Timothy Weah is also a new Juventus player. He had his medical yesterday, and I'm sure he will be confirmed as a new player for Juventus in the coming days. So Juventus are doing one or two businesses. They want to offload Zakaria, they want to offload Weston McKennie, they want to offload all these players. Even if Pogba, when they get the chance, they will offload Pogba. But let's see what will happen at Juventus. So quickly from Juventus, we are moving to Inter Milan. Inter Milan are also, doing one or two businesses, even though they claim they don't have money, but they are doing one or two deals. So this came from Fabrizio. Fabrizio take over. Marcus Thuram has put a pen to the paper on the 5-year deal as a new Inter Milan player. It's all signed and sealed. And then we saw Marcus Thuram in Milano yesterday. That was on Wednesday. So Marcus Thuram is a new Inter Milan player. I feel this is a very good for Marcus Thuram. The development of Marcus Thuram. He's not that old. I think he's more like a 24, 25. Maximum, he'll be 25 years. So Inter Milan knows that in the next 2 years, they can get a huge money on Marcus Thuram. And that is why they have really worked hard to get his signature on a contract. So I feel it is a very good move for Marcus Thuram for his development straight from Mönchengladbach. I think Inter Milan is a good option for him. Inter Milan is a good team for him. He will get more playing time in Inter Milan. So very good deal for Inter Milan and also Marcus Thuram. So Italian teams are doing one of them. They are doing business, very, very good business that will favor them, good business that goes in line with their financial crisis in Italy. So um, we are done with the Italian teams. Let's now move to Barcelona. Barcelona are suffering. Gerard Romero did his Twitch live. I think it was on Tuesday evening, and then some of the things he said about Barcelona is not encouraging at all. As a Barcelona fan, you feel so sad for your club. So um, Barcelona are facing a whole lot of financial crisis. Initially, players who were tipped to replace Sergio Busquets were Martin Zubimendi, Ruben Neves. A whole lot of players were on board, but Ruben Neves has completed a move to Al Hilal. And then Martin Zubimendi has around 60 to I think it was 58 million to 68 million release cross. That is euros. So and then Zubimendi is not looking at leaving Real Sociedad. It's not like he's desperate to leave Real Sociedad, but he'll be happy to play for Barcelona. But Barcelona can't pay almost 60 million release clause. And mind you, this is a release clause. So if you want to negotiate to pay it on a better installment deal, you have to, pay a bit more than the release clause. Let's believe Real Sociedad is going to ask for a money or a fee much higher than the release clause. So Barcelona has to look at, an alternative. And that alternative is this particular player, Marcelo Brozović, the Croatian midfielder. So this also came from FFP Polo. Barcelona are discussing internally what can be offered to Marcelo Brozović, with Matteo Alemany and Deco both putting in their decision to do so. It takes time. So Barcelona are trying to deliberate on the best deal to give it to Marcelo Brozović. Mind you, Marcelo Brozović has turned down a move to Al Nassr. I don't know what his problem is, but let's check out what Dimasio has to say about this. Dimasio, take over. Brozović has turned down Al Nassr for Barcelona as things stand, but Barca don't have the sums requested by Inter Milan yet. They are trying to sell players to reach at least 17 million to pay for him. So Inter Milan are asking for, I think the fee is like around 23 million. But Barcelona feels 17 million plus add-ons might do or might tempt Inter Milan to sell Marcelo Brozović to them. So Barcelona are looking at alternatives, and that alternative is Marcelo Brozović. And then this is also a news about Brozović and Barcelona deal. Barcelona have proposed a different formula to Inter Milan to reach an agreement for Brozović. It is up to Inter Milan and the player to find decision. So Marcelo Brozović has been discussed internally by Deco, Javi, and Matteo Alemany. So it is a concrete, and then I am sure that is why he rejected a bid, an offer from Al Nassr, that is Saudi Arabia. So Barcelona are also, looking at replacing Sergio Busquets. They are replacing a 36-year-old with, Marcelo Brozović is like more like a 32-year-old man. When you don't have money, this is what you do, man. When you don't have money, this is what you do. So that is what we have on Barcelona. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the video. This is what we have in this episode of the transfer rundown. We'll be bringing you much more news. Here we give you the news vivid as stated online or as stated by the various journalists. So make sure you follow us on IG football_insights. Twitter, it is Footy Insights, and then TikTok, it is also Footy Insight. Make sure you follow us there. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. Click on the post notification bell so that anytime we upload, you'll be the first person to receive it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kobo. This is Football Inside, and this is your transfer rundown video for you. Thank you so much for your time. Peace.